Ooh, welcome back to the Boneyard podcast, everybody. This is your host, Jared Sheffield, along with my good friend,
Artemis Brower.
We're coming to you this week with episode 261.
Yes.
Artemis.
Talk to me.
Man, how great is it to be a pirate, man?
It's a good time to be a pirate. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a good time to be a pirate. Back-to-back wins, coming off of a very dominating, satisfying win. Like just a satisfying. You know when you eat something and you're not full and you're not hungry, you're just satisfied. Just like, you know what? That was such a complete meal that I just had. That was Saturday for ECU. Just complete.
Couldn't have asked for a better Saturday in Philly. I mean, just perfect all around.
Yeah.
Like, belt to ass all day long.
All around.
Like, the worst thing that happened was you threw a pick, and it was because it hit off your receiver's helmet.
A fluky and
it's like, damn, like that's gonna that's one that you're like, damn, like that's gonna go against it in like the stat line.
Yeah,
you're gonna see another interception there, but it's like, really,
that could have easily been a touchdown. ECU turned into a fluky interception. Yeah,
like, what are you gonna do? Like, you were able to hit your receiver in the helmet from like 30 yards out in the end zone.
Well, look, Anthony had a great day, so I'm gonna blame him. The sun got in his eyes. That's all it is. That's what happened. He had a great day.
Now, it wasn't double coverage, like some almost double coverage, right? Had the DB like draped all over him pretty much, but
yeah,
it happens. You got to take shots. And ECU absolutely dominated Temple Saturday. And like, they came out and it was like, oh, wow, like, we're going to beat you. And then Temple tied it up there in the first half. And then from there on, ECU just pedaled down. All right, we toyed with our food a little bit. And then,
right.
So, all right, we'll talk more about Temple here in a minute. But it's a great day to be a pirate. I love it. I'm so happy right now. The sky's a little bluer. The grass is a little greener. Life's just good. Artie, episode 261. Do you have a 61 for me?
I do have a 61. I don't know if we've mentioned this name before in the podcast. Maybe we have. But I feel like there's only one right answer for this. It's like the trifecta 61. And that's Roger Maris. Anyone who's not a baseball casual, this is chalk. This is a household name. But Roger Maris wore the number 61. He broke Babe Ruth's record in 1961 by hitting 61 home runs. So it's like 61, 61, 61. I just feel like that's I couldn't go with any other 61 outside of that. That is the 61. Roger Maris, Baseball Hall of Fame.
That's a good one. I know I haven't done that one. Just because I vividly remember my 61s, and I'm going a different way this year. I'm gonna stick with hockey. My last 61. I think I did Corey Stillman two times ago on the number 61, and I think 161 I did Riley Stillman, his son, both of which played for the Carolina Hurricanes. This time, I'm going with none other than former first overall pick back in, I believe, the 2002 draft, Rick Nash. Maybe that was the 2003 draft. Pretty stout draft if that was 2003. Oh, no, it was 2002. He was first overall pick by Columbus in 2002. Had over 1,000 games played, 437 goals, 368 assists. Was the captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets. He played quite a bit of time with the Rangers, and then finished his career in 2017, 2018 in Boston. If I remember correctly, I think he's the only Columbus Blue Jacket to have their number retired as of right now, other than Johnny Gaudreau, but that's different. But Rick Nash, legendary Columbus Blue Jacket.
I have one error, one omission. Roger Maris did not wear the number 61. He wore the number 9, but he hit 61.
When you said that, I thought I was like, no, that
he hit 61 home runs in 1961 to break the record. Therefore, he's my 61. He did not wear the number 61. So don't at me later.
I'm trying to think. I feel like who wore 61. I don't know. Josh, do you have one? Good to see you, Josh.
Absolutely.
Good to see you back there.
I don't have one. I
feel like there was a NASCAR driver that drove 61 for a while.
Probably.
Maybe I'm thinking was 31 Truex?
Richie Evans. I'm seeing that Richie Evans was a NASCAR driver that drove 61.
I don't know. All right. Artie, let's get around ECU athletics. We're not going to spend too much time on it. Men's and women's basketball both start 1-0. That's great. ECU men beat Georgia Southern last night. That game had a little bit of everything. But they shot 20% from 3, taking 20 tries, 47% from the field, and made 63% of their 41 free throws, and still somehow got the win. It wasn't pretty.
From 3, taking 20 tries. Oh my goodness! Wow.
It wasn't pretty at times, but there's no pictures in the win column.
Also, we shot 63% as a team from the free throw line.
Yeah,
that's awful.
Yeah,
that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was not pretty. None of that was pretty last night. And then you're up. I think they were up like 6. I was about to say something, but not going to say that those numbers. 6 to 8 points.
I know what you were about to say.
and then like with a minute left, and then you almost piss the game away. In the last minute. It was not a pretty game of basketball. But luckily it's game 1.
Look, it's an ugly win. So I hope Schwartz is getting in their ass. Goodness.
I will say that Georgia Southern could have used the reverse foul strategy to win this game. If they would have fouled us, that we would have not made the free throws to keep the lead and
63%
win the game.
from the field. Yeah.
and it was like we had just made the comeback. Like if they would have just started fouling us at that point,
yeah,
before we took the lead, we would have never won that one.
So. Not a pretty game. But hey, it's game 1. We'll figure it out.
It counts as a W.
That's all that matters. And then the women, Kim McNeil's squad. They went into half down by 1 to UNCW, and then the Lady Pirates found the rim and held strong on defense to finish the game with a 19-point win, 82-63. Kennedy, is it Fauntleroy?
Yes, Fauntleroy.
Yes. Okay.
Roy. Okay.
Man, we have some crazy names now. I mean, some of the names on the men's team, I
will say you got to give us some grace trying to pronounce these names. You got to give us some grace.
Look, I'm just from a rural town in Davidson County, North Carolina.
Just give us a little bit of grace.
My name is honestly probably the hardest name to pronounce in Davidson County, North Carolina.
Yeah, I wanted to call you Shafit when I first met you.
Well, everybody did. But Kennedy, pace of the Pirates was 16 points. Got out to 1-0 start on the season. Volleyball, we'll talk some volleyball and soccer. Soccer, the season's over after losing the first round of the American Conference tournament to Memphis. Played extremely sound defense. Honestly, did that play make the SportsCenter top 10? Where who
No.
was it, Vieira? No. That should have. That was a sick play.
The save?
Yeah.
Yes, that did. That
did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't see it posted anywhere. So, but that was a sick save. And then volleyball is on a 3-game slide. So, yeah. Let's stick to football right now. Are we back to being a football school already?
Look, gotta hope so. Because I mean, that's what ECU wants to be. That's ECU's identity. We got to be a football school with a heavy dose of baseball, but football should be king.
Following the old SEC model, being great at football and being great at baseball. Hey, I mean, we're basically like the Vanderbilt of the American Conference.
Something like that.
Maybe without as high of academic prestige.
Yeah, no, not even close. Not even close. And I love my school, but not even close.
I think we're the Tennessee.
That's a good call. That's a good one.
That's actually more in line.
I'll allow it.
That's more.
I think you can make the case for like a Tennessee or like an Ole Miss.
Tennessee, Ole Miss, yeah. Maybe
good party vibes.
Maybe a Florida. Historically, no, but last 10 years, yes.
I don't know. I mean, I think if you're calling a school Florida in the American Conference, honestly, I gotta think like the closest thing is maybe Florida Atlantic.
That's disrespectful to Florida.
No, all right, I can't let that slide. No, we can't. No,
they've had decent. They've had okay baseball seasons. Like, granted, they've been better at basketball, and they're pretty dog shit in football.
Football win championships. Baseball is always there. Hell, the basketball team won last year.
Had you said UAB or UTSA, maybe.
Yeah, you can't live Florida Atlantic.
I'm talking about Florida Atlantic, arguably one of the better teams. I mean, not even a Memphis. Like, Memphis is too good in football compared to Florida right now, like where Florida is in the conference. I'm looking at, I mean, Florida Atlantic is one of the better basketball programs in the conference.
But this started with football and baseball program comparisons.
I'm talking it all, Artie.
You're talking all, or you're talking big three?
Big three. I mean,
big three. Okay.
Like we're talking big three. So that's why, like, I have trouble saying Tennessee because Tennessee's got the basketball.
You're right.
That's true. Yeah, Tennessee basketball, women's and men's.
So, but looking at it, I'm thinking of a program that has a decent or good, like one of the better basketball programs, but a kind of okay baseball program and a underwhelming football program.
Wichita State.
Fair point.
Love it.
We should do this. Like, go through each and like be like, okay, this is this team. Like I've always said that South Florida to me is like the NC State of the ACC. Now, right now, South Florida is a little bit better, but like South Florida does so much less with
I mean,
more.
they're in a very rich area in terms
But
of
then, but
underachieve historically consistently
every year
in the area.
you look at USF and they have this team's going to win the conference championship. This team's going to be top dog and everything, and then they come out, they lose 3 games, and they shit the bed. It's not quite like NC State that finishes 6-7, but I digress.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, State does have consistently a better football program, but everything else is kind of very overhyped.
I'm worried that State's going to be good in basketball, man. I really like that Will Wade hire. All right, let's talk some ECU Temple. Anybody that's been talking about ECU not being able to run the ball, I got news for you.
Boy, we put that to bed on Saturday, did we?
They ran the damn rock. Like, what was it? Over 300 yards. Just absolutely 348 yards. Like
348 rushing is absurd.
That's absurd.
That's absurd.
That is like, and not only that, you still pass for 256 yards.
Right. Like I don't 348 rushing. I don't. I mean, the last time the team has had that stat line, I'm sure it's happened quite a bit, but that's just ridiculous. I mean, you just got whatever you wanted every single time you touched the ball, whatever you want.
London, and I mean the fact that you had 8 players rush for more than 15 yards. It kind of reminds me of that stat from earlier in the year where we had like 14 guys have a reception. Just absolutely insane. London Montgomery, 14 rushes, 84 yards. Yannick Smith, have a day, kid. 5 receptions for 100 yards and 2 touchdown passes. I mean, the offense was just balling out. Defense, well-rounded day on defense. Just overall, you couldn't really ask for much more. Jamarly Riddle, I think he's got 5 interceptions on his career. 3 of them are against the Owls from Temple.
Yeah.
That was the first interception that Evan Simon threw all year. We talked about it last week. He was like 21-0 touchdown to interception ratio going into last week. Threw his first pick against the Pirates. So, and then just looking at like these guys that with their tackles, Jordy Lowry, DJ Johnson, Tegan Wilt, just all around hard-nosed, aggressive football.
Yeah. And to be completely bought in and to come out and have the performance that you have, because obviously you're going into an environment where there really is no environment, right? And I would say, I mean, as someone who played football, it's a lot harder to get up for 10 people that are watching you as opposed to getting up for 10,000 people that are watching you. So it's hard to get up for those type of games. And they did it. They took their lunchbox, they put on the hat, they punched the clock, and we're going to kick ass. And that's exactly what they did. They went into their building. They dominated that game. The third quarter, to me, I mean, that third quarter was flawless, right? Because you're going into halftime, obviously it's still a game. You allow, those touchdowns in the second quarter. And to really put that stamp on the game in the third quarter, just completely dominate, put the game away. By the time the fourth quarter started, the game was essentially over. The game was over at the start of the fourth quarter, basically. There was not a chance that Temple was going to come back and reel off 3, 4, 5 touchdowns and win that game. So that was absolutely incredible to see. And everybody getting the rock, everybody getting the love. The most satisfying win to me of this season was on Saturday, because that's a Temple team that was fighting for a bowl win or bowl eligibility, 5-3. They're good. This is not some 2-6, 2-7 Temple team that you're facing. It's a pretty good Temple team coached by a pretty good coach, at least in his first season at the helm. So that was the most satisfying win to me of the season for ECU.
Yeah, it was one of those ones that we said coming in, like we were thinking it was going to be a lot closer game than what it ended up being, and we said that okay, this is probably the most evenly set matchup that we've had all season.
Yeah,
like when looking at like profiles and where the programs are, it felt like that was the most evenly matched game. And then to go in their house, curb stomp them, belt to ass, and steal their chain on the way out, you couldn't ask for much more. And once again, Artie, what did they do? When they saw that fear or saw that like hesitation in the eyes of Temple, when they knew that they were bigger, faster, stronger than Temple, they threw that weight around. They got even more aggressive, flew to the ball, and made plays.
Right. They didn't let up. They didn't play to the competition. They put their foot on the gas and said, I'm putting you to bed. I'm going to go ahead and put this game away.
Just an all-around stomping in Philly. I really do. I think I get why we have Temple in the conference, and they're a better football program. But like seeing that stadium as empty as it was.
I mean, well, look, they've got to find a way to get some sort of on campus.
They can't. They're in downtown Philly.
Yeah, I know, but they got to figure something out, man. Because playing at the link, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
even when Matt Rule was there and they were ranked, you're talking about maybe 10,000 people in the stands.
Nobody cares about them. Josh.
Yeah, I think that they should just share facilities with Villanova. I mean, I really don't think it'd be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it would fill up. That stadium would be used every single week of the fall. It'd really benefit that community. I'm just saying it's still Philly. But ECU's defense, just got to give them the shout out that for 3 games, this is the 3rd game this season where they did not allow a point in the second half.
Yes.
I mean, 1 game they didn't allow a point the entire game. Do we think ECU can do that again? Do you think we can have another shutout this season? That's my question to you guys.
This is the best defense in the conference. I mean, just looking at all stats, this is the best defense in the conference. I do think that they can. If I had to guess, it's likely would be in that game against Florida Atlantic to close out the year. Sorry, Florida. Sorry, Gators. I'm kidding. But that's the game that I would think, but I don't know. I mean, you're allowing just over 16 points per game. The most, I think they're the 3rd most yards on like tackle for loss yards in the country, behind Ohio State and Indiana.
Yeah.
East Carolina is number 3 in the country for yards on tackles for loss at like negative 60. So come on. It's I don't want to say it. It's so hard to shut out a team in football.
Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna shut out another team this season.
You might hold another team to a field goal.
Right. And honestly, I would say the best chances, like you said, of Florida Atlantic. I know we got our guests coming on, but this weekend as well. If I'm being honest, I think this weekend and Florida Atlantic are the only 2 opportunities you have.
I saw him backstage kind of shrug. So let's go ahead and bring our guest on, Sam Perry from the Mine Shaft Niner Times. Sam, welcome to the Boneyard podcast. How's it going, my friend?
I'm doing good. Thanks for letting me come on here and get to talk this upcoming rivalry game. And I'll just go ahead and talk about saying you can get the shutout against Charlotte. I know Charlotte's been struggling this year, but I think the rivalry factor will keep the shutout from happening in this one personally.
That is why I said Florida Atlantic.
Yes.
I think that there's always that to be like factored in.
It
is the hatred.
I was more so talking second half. I don't think there's going to be a shutout like Charlotte scores 0. Just second half shutout. That's more so I was referring to.
I'll give you that. Charlotte's been struggling in the second half. Like that North Texas game we just played, we were up 20-17 in the third quarter and didn't score again. It's like Charlotte's had this knack this season. It feels like they're playing these tough teams really well. Then they're like, wait, we're not supposed to be in this game. And then like they start thinking about it too much and it starts reverting and things get out of hand. The score looks a lot worse than the game really was played. That's been the story of Charlotte's season so far.
Yeah, it just seems like with the mutual parting ways or firing Biff and then bringing in Tim Allen, he's been a hell of a coach. And look, give him 2 or 3 years, I think he's going to have this program turned around. But the same thing has been constantly at Charlotte, getting that talent in there, and they do a decent job of bringing in transfers from the P4, but it just seems like it's not like something is not meshing there in Charlotte.
Yeah, I think for the last 3 coaching staffs, which we've really gone through coaches quite quickly for a young program, which I don't think is necessarily the right move, but it seems like we either have a good offense like the Chris Reynolds days when our offense could put up things, but the defense struggled. We haven't had a complete team really since 2019 when they made the bowl game, which happened to be the year before I started going to school there. So maybe I'm the jinx with the Charlotte program, but it's just I think Albin inherited a tough situation with the way Biff left, and then the recruiting. It's going to take some time to get his guys in there, and then I just got to give him time. I didn't think Biff got enough time for what you're asking him to do.
Right.
Not even getting 2 full seasons, but that's just the nature of the game now. Now we're looking for a new athletic director, so all sorts of changes up top in Charlotte.
And so I kind of want to ask you, obviously the season has been what it's been, but if you could look at one thing and say, okay, well, at least Charlotte is doing this right, or maybe these couple of things right, it's kind of going in this right direction, what would you say those things are?
I think early on in the season, up until we really talked about it in press conferences, our special teams have been working really well. We were able to get a good field position, didn't amount to much, sadly, offensively or defensively, but that was a strong point. Then the moment we talk about it in press conference next game, that becomes a problem. Like the Army game, just couldn't get anything going. Charlotte, like the issue has been for them, they don't have both facets of the game working offensively or defensively in the same game. Or if they do, it's never for all 4 quarters. Talked to some of the players this week about that. They're like, we just need to find a way to get it rolling the right way and play a full game just once this year. And I think what better opportunity than a rivalry game like this. Coach Alvin talked about the rivalry wanting to not let emotions get into it, but I kind of disagree with that. He's like, you don't want the emotions too high because they can't sustain that all season.
Mm-hmm.
But the way the team's been playing, you need that emotion to get this game going, get out to a hot start in Greenville.
Yeah, I'll say to the, and this is no offense, like to the rivalry part, I hope we come out and kick y'all's ass. Like,
hope the same thing.
And I would hope you would hope the same thing. Like this is butting into like a decent rivalry. Like,
yeah, and Charlotte's had our number too. It's not like it's been lopsided to Charlotte.
The thing with ECU this year is I think ECU's like, okay, we want our get back. Like, we should have won. We were the better team last year. Both teams were about even 2 years ago. Like, both teams were trash, and then now this year ECU's where they're at. And now I like, if Blake Harrell is listening to this, Blake, coach, run it up. But like I would hope Tim Albin would say the same thing.
Yeah, I think he might have been just playing it up for the media. But you got to get the guys pumping somehow. struggling this season. Tell them, let the emotions play a factor in this one. I guess the fans are loving this rivalry, and we won't be like App State where we say it won't be a rivalry till you win. We'll let you claim this is a rivalry now, but I just think the fans love it. It's just a good way to play the game, and that's what college is all about.
It's nice to have an in-state opponent that we're going to play year in and year out, and that opponent is a school in our conference that, hey, like, hopefully, I mean, we're going up against y'all in recruiting. We're going up against y'all in the conference. I mean, we should want to be the better program, and y'all should want the same thing. I don't know that I like the gold standard name or whatever Charlotte's trying to run with.
The gold-blooded rivalry, I think.
The gold-blooded rivalry. Yeah,
it's too soon to give it a name. You gotta see how it plays out.
Yeah. A little bit more heated battles, and then. But I mean, it's not terrible. The gold-blooded rivalry is not terrible.
Once you guys win a game, you can have input on the name.
That's fair.
I do think, and let us win this game, and then next year's the year that we bring out a trophy.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That or let us get all square next year, and then we bring out a trophy. That's how we'll do it. Talk to me. I mean, this team, as you said, they've struggled all year, but like, talk to me about this wide receiver that y'all have. I've been terrible with names all night.
Javen Nichols.
That one, and then there was the I'm blanking on his name. The
EJ Mason.
EJ Mason. Talk to me about them.
Those two have been really good. My biggest problem I've seen in the wide receiver room is it seems like the passing game's working. It's only one guy catching those passes. I haven't seen a complete wide receiver game from both of them where they're both really shining. Of course, we have another guy I got to give a shout out. He's in his like 6th or 7th year of football, Sean Brown. He's been excellent. I know Hunter Bailey is a big lover of Sean Brown, so he'd be upset if I didn't give a shout out to him for how he's been playing. But yeah, Javen Nichols, he came in from LSU. He's got the wide receiver U blood in him, and it's really shown in the games he's shined. I think the biggest problem in getting that room going has been all the transitions at quarterback. We've played 3 different ones.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're confident in knowing who's going to play with Grayson Loftus starting this week. He finally played a full game. I think seeing him build off of a good performance against North Texas will be good, but those two really shine. They can break tackles, which, like, now they've been doing really well on that, and just he can take it to the house on any time you get it to him. So that's going to be real key offensively, is getting those guys both working.
Yeah, and if ECU has their way in this game, right? If ECU plays the kind of game they want to, it's going to be a track meet, right? Like, obviously our offense wants to kind of get up and down the field. They want to score a lot of points. Our defense kind of holds on their end. What would you say Charlotte has to do overall to make this a game?
I think getting the running game going is going to be the key, and that's been a struggle all season for us. Whenever Charlotte gets the running game going, always seems to have a bad fumble. I think every running back's fumbled at least once this season. But a guy I want to shout out, Jarrell Cobb. He's a freshman. He's been coming up really strong recently. I think we'll see more playing time from him this week, trying to get the running game going, because Coach Alvin said it this week. You got to really, with the pace you guys play on offense, you got to slow down the game and make the drives sustain, and you got to get points out of them. And that's been another problem for Charlotte, getting points out of long drives.
And I want to flip sides. The defense. I mean, you're up going or in the third quarter against North Texas, and I mean the game that Mestamaker put together with, I mean, over setting the conference record in passing yards in a game is absolutely wild. Talk to me, like, what is it on defense that's maybe been the biggest struggle for the 49ers this year?
It's really just been tackling. They get the guys, they just don't take them to the ground. In that game, I think he had 608 passing yards in that game. I think over half of them came after the catch. It's just they're getting to the guys, just can't get them to the ground. That happened against Army. We got in the backfield a lot, couldn't take anybody down to the ground. And a key in that game was J.Q. Conley, our top safety, was out. He's going to be back this week. I think that could help shore up the defense. And injuries have been a main factor in this team this year. You know how the American gives out those injury reports before the game? You'll see on Saturday, Charlotte's side will be in a smaller font than ECU's of how many injuries they've got this season. It's been a key factor, and just don't have the depth to be able to play physical like you need to and be able to take guys down. But that's been the key problem. Just tackles in general has been a struggle.
Yeah. And I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to ask you overall, just like the state of the program, right? Because obviously Charlotte is Charlotte. It's very rich in guys that are premium football talent. Obviously, those guys are going to want to go to bigger schools, bigger programs, what have you. But what do you think the Charlotte program needs to do to kind of get to that next level that they want to get to?
I think it starts with just trusting the head coach, giving him time. I think the worst thing that happened was getting to that bowl game. So this program's so young, it set the expectations so high, and that really pushed things because they were supposed to be an FCS program. I mean, FBS when it came out. I'm sorry, FCS, getting that mixed up all the time. But then they got the opportunity to go straight to FBS, really push back everything. That's why the stadium's smaller than most for this level.
Right.
It wasn't designed for that. And Chris Reynolds, our former quarterback, he said the fan base needs a patient sense of urgency. And I think that's really the key. Just give them time. This schedule this year, we still haven't even played Georgia yet. So Coach Alvin didn't exactly inherit the best time frame to take over this program and build something yet. I think time is just the key there.
Can I just say it pisses me off that you got Georgia this year, but you got Ole Miss coming into Charlotte next year, don't you? Like that's absolutely insane.
That's wild.
Yeah, we're getting a home and home with them.
I mean, the fact that you get Ole Miss at home, though, is incredible advertising and marketing and good for the program overall. But, yeah, in the middle of a rebuild, that's crazy.
I mean, it's just talking about the stadiums that, having them come into Jerry Richardson Stadium and playing there.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. I was shocked that game wasn't getting moved to Bank of America Stadium, but that's just being exciting for that. And when the SEC announced they were expanding their conference schedule to another game, we thought we might have been on the chopping block for that, but they kept us in there for both at our place and at their place. So that's exciting to look forward to. And I know I kind of dissed us making a bowl game. That was a great thing for the program. Don't get me wrong. And we were able to get this Georgia bye game. They're paying $1.9 million for us to come play them, which is the largest amount they've ever given to that. And we were able to do that because of the success of that 2019 season. But just getting to see those top programs come in is really exciting. Who knows if Lane Kiffin will still be there next year, but that'd be exciting to see him come into the building. We had Belichick in there this year. It's a really exciting thing.
Yeah, the powers that be at Carolina won't even pick up our phone calls anymore. But no, it's really exciting, and especially for such a young program, to have these matchups. Hell, we're excited to go to Alabama next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know how those games feel. We went to Michigan a couple years ago. We're going to Alabama next year. There's those games are just a little bit different. You're just excited to have a chance to take a shot at them. But I want to go back to talking about this rivalry, and I am one that believes that you have to win a game for it to be a rivalry. So as much as you said, hey, y'all are looking at, I think a lot of ECU fans still feel that way. Hey, we got to win a game here.
Yeah.
And we don't want to just win a game. We want to honestly beat the shit out of them.
Like we did to you guys last year.
Yeah.
You want revenge. That's what
that was the most embarrassed that I felt leaving a game in a long time.
That's the game that got Mike Houston fired. That is the game that got him fired.
So thank you. We appreciate it.
You know, you're welcome. We do the little things for our lesser rivals right now.
But talk to me about like the sense down there in Charlotte. Talk to me like how are people feeling about this game? How are people feeling about these two? Let's call it rivalry. These two rivals playing and building on something.
Well, the fans, they hate you guys. You guys hate them. It's the way it should be. There's excitement. There's a little nervousness, I feel like, is the way our season's gone. But, you know, rivalry, if you let the emotion play a factor here, that could help Charlotte. I think the emotions are going to be needed for Charlotte in this one. Fans are excited, and, you know, you can just feel the energy from everybody on campus and stuff. They want nothing more than to beat you guys. They can't beat you. They can beat Georgia. That's what they want. One of those two, and we know which one's more likely. No offense, but
no, I mean, rightfully so. Now, are you expecting a big contingent from Charlotte to come up?
Are they traveling?
If you asked me at the beginning of the season, I would have said more so. But the way this season's gone, I think it'll be a solid crowd from Charlotte, but not as good as it should be moving forward as this rivalry develops.
Did they sell out their allotment of 170 tickets? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But were you gonna say something?
No, I'm sure we did. I will say I was planning on coming to this one. I've changed my mind a little bit, getting ready for Charlotte to win another men's soccer championship. I know you guys don't know what that's like. But
I love it.
Hey, we won the women's conference last year, so we'll take that.
Yeah, you guys beat us in overtime. I was quite upset at 11 a.m. that morning watching that one.
That was the most college soccer that I've watched probably ever was last year. We would love to have a men's soccer team.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
I would love that.
Great.
Do you really want to add another sport we'll just beat you in every year? Just saying. Okay, I can talk trash about men's soccer. Okay, our team's loaded.
Double back after Saturday around 7:45, 8 o'clock. We're gonna double back for this. So
yeah.
Hey, no matter what, at the end of the weekend, Charlotte will still have 2 wins over you, and you guys would at most have 1.
Yeah, and then we'll just look at all of our bowl wins, all of our history, our actual fan base. You know,
okay, it's getting a little heated here. I see how it is.
Like we'll look at that. I mean, when you need schools like the Carolinas, like East Carolina, to come into your stadium and sell it out, you can thank us for that. I mean,
we don't need any help. We
records.
sold out Monmouth, and I'm pretty sure they didn't bring any of their own people for our game. So.
Yeah, I mean, I look at y'all's games right now, and it's absolutely, woo.
I'm curious though, Sam, because we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast. Mm-hmm. What would your trophy idea be? Because this rivalry at some point is going to have a trophy. What's the trophy idea?
See, I'm trying to not lean too much into the pirate theme, but gold has to be involved somehow.
Gold's got to be in there, obviously.
You could. Instead of being gold coins in like a treasure chest, it'd be gold nuggets, maybe.
See,
like a pickaxe on it.
I've said the golden nugget would be a hell of a trophy.
I like that one. That's
a nugget. It's a nugget inside of a treasure chest, a la Indiana Jones.
Sense. That makes sense.
I'm down. Who wants to foot the bill?
Let's get it working. I can give you $5 for it.
Somebody.
How much we got to?
Somebody get Jerry Richardson and Vince McMahon on the phone, Mr. Beast, and let's see if we can get like an actual golden nugget.
We'll see what we can do for next year when you guys come to Charlotte, hoping to maybe tie it or find your first win in this rivalry.
Hey. You got us there.
I'm riding high. You see, I'm a Dodger fan in the back. Okay,
yeah. I was going to talk about that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I did see it.
I was going to talk about it, but like, how are you a Dodger fan?
My dad grew up out in LA,
So did mine, but like, I'm not just a bandwagon fan.
that's not a bandwagon. I was born
I'm
in
messing.
2002. My dad almost missed my birth being at spring training in Vero Beach.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
And born in North Carolina, I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Charlotte.
What part of LA is your
I have
dad
a
from?
professional team here, so he can root for any team he wants.
What part of LA is your dad from?
He's from Chino.
Okay, my dad's from Canoga Park.
Nice.
Okay, so we have that in common. We have that.
Sorry, your two ECU guys had to give up the home runs for my team to shine, but
hey, I mean Trey Savage is
Trey had a day. Trey went off.
Look, Jeff. I hate to say. I mean, the guy gave up the most home runs in the American League this year. Like, he was bound to give one up. It just sucks that it happened when he did.
My brother's actually Jeff's teammate at East Carolina his last year there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before my brother transferred to Charlotte.
Okay. Pretty sweet. Hey, I mean, you should be an ECU fan for that.
No.
Come on.
My brother saw the light and came to Charlotte, okay?
All right. I mean,
my sister-in-law is a 49er too, but I have to forgive her.
My brother-in-law went there, but he doesn't care, just like most of the Charlotte fan base.
Well, we're young. We're learning. It's part of the problem with where Charlotte's located with this program is so many people are used to being fans of other places and trying to get used to this new program. That's part of like the NIL issues they have is because all those people are used to giving their money elsewhere for football and trying to develop. It's going to take a generation, I feel like, to really invest in this program, grow up with it, being in their back door. I think that's Charlotte's real biggest issue, trying to develop this program.
I mean, when I was looking at schools, I'll admit, like, I looked at Charlotte, got into Charlotte, and I was like, and maybe it was the top, maybe it was part of the times that, I mean, this was really before, I mean, Charlotte's FPS program or football program started, 2015?
Yeah, 2014, 2015, yeah.
So, like, yeah, when we were freshmen, like, there wouldn't have been a football team.
Yep.
But, like, I just remember part of it was, like, it felt like there was no identity around any of the university at that time. I mean, now it's, I mean, before a year and a half ago, before y'all joined the American Conference, I had never, like, seen a Charlotte fan online.
You're just not looking hard enough.
I mean, Normbulance, dude was trying to get me messed up before the game last year.
That sounds about right. There's a reason it's in the ambulance. You got everything you need to live afterwards.
We already not taking shot skis and playing Plinko.
Charlotte will win every tailgate, okay?
Okay. All right, buddy. Have you been to Greenville?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Charlotte had a cute little setup within like a little 20 feet radius. But
I mean, when most people are tailgating,
part of winning a tailgate is being alive the next morning. Okay, you got to make sure you actually remember what happened
this morning.
Look, man, me and Artie are still here.
We're still
Artie, I don't. You're not in the same room. This could be recorded. Okay, I don't know.
Nah, man. I've seen this man take so many shots, like it's not even funny. Like, you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for a noon kick. I mean, we haven't had one of those this year, but you wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, noon kick, get you some Bojangles, and then start throttling tequila sunrises.
We're not advising anybody to do this.
No, do it. Have fun.
This
Drink responsibly, but have fun.
See, you need that to get through the losses to Charlotte in this almost rivalry.
Yeah. We're gonna drink no matter what. We don't care about Charlotte.
I'm coming back from the
we're gonna
DMs
drink.
at 8 o'clock on Saturday. Just know that. I'm coming
My,
back.
my favorite was the guy we had on last week from Temple DMing us about halfway through the second quarter, saying "good game." Like,
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll wait for that message from you on Saturday.
Yeah,
I
see the way the season's gone. Expectations are low. We're just happy to be here now. Okay.
That is true. Charlotte's just really trying to play spoiler at this point. They have nothing to lose. So
There's nothing more dangerous to the team with nothing to lose.
Yeah.
that's honestly that's what scares me. Is like they have nothing to lose. I will say, like, the thing that I've said after every single win this year is the games that ECU has won, they have been the bigger, better, faster, stronger team in the game. And kind of, you probably heard me saying this earlier. When they figure that out and see that, it's pedal down, aggressive football, fly into the ball, and they throw their weight around.
So, like I said with Charlotte's problem, once they realize they're not that, it goes downhill for them. So hopefully everyone's got blinders on, so no one knows really what they are in this game.
Yeah. Well, Sam, thank you. It's been fun talking, man. It's been fun shooting the shit and talking some trash. I think this is the most trash we've ever talked in a guest segment.
It's a rivalry game. That's what it's all about.
I love it. That's how it should be. This is how it should
honestly, like, if there are Charlotte fans watching, and throw us a comment. If you want to talk shit, we can talk shit. Like, come on. I want to see you in the comments. But yeah, Sam, appreciate you coming on. Go ahead and plug where everybody can find your content.
All my stuff's on mainly on X at CLT Mineshaft. Just covering all sports. I've seen more soccer than you, and
fair enough.
Covering all the different sports Charlotte plays, and been doing it now. This is going on my second year with the Mineshaft, and I was as a student. I did Niner Times covering everything, so it's been a lot of fun. Thank you so much for having me. If you want to talk trash when basketball comes around in baseball season, I'm your man for that.
Yeah, we were talking about basketball earlier. I don't know that we're going to be talking much trash this year.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be talking much about basketball, but that's okay.
But baseball will be fine.
And baseball will be a fun one. There's two matchups. My brother played on both sides of it, so I got a lot of strong feelings against your program. So,
hey, that's perfectly fine. We welcome it. We welcome it. But Sam, thank you. Best of luck after this season, or after this game. Really, I mean, the season's over. But after this game, best of luck the rest of the way. Go get them dogs. Make our strength of record look a little bit better.
Yeah, we'll beat Georgia and Tulane for it. Okay, too tough. I don't know who made our schedule though for the end of the season, going to Georgia, then going to Tulane. But
I mean,
no, look, if Charlotte, this is not going to happen. But if Charlotte went on the road and beat Georgia, I'd be pissed off as a Charlotte fan. I'd be pissed.
So, yeah, that's the game you decided to win. Yeah,
y'all should have beat Carolina. Like, yeah.
We were the better team in that game. That's
I thought so.
To say that. It was just
I thought
it was
so.
aggravating.
I thought y'all should have won that game.
But thanks so much for having me on, guys. Anytime you want me to come talk trash, I can do that.
Sounds good. We'll have to we'll keep it going in the chat. But appreciate you and best of luck.
Absolutely.
Once again, that was Sam Perry from CLT Mineshaft. That was fun, Artie. Look, he's got us. When he talks about that record, yeah,
Charlotte,
you're 2-0.
Man, we got to come out and but
God, that pisses me off.
Reason. You got to put boot to ass this weekend.
You should not Charlotte should not be 2-0 against East Carolina University. Thanks, Mike Houston.
If you can't beat 1-7 Charlotte at home on homecoming, then defund the program. defund the program. I don't know what else to say.
I love Coach Harrell. That's a fireable offense.
Defund it because I'm not going to want to come back on here and talk ECU football if we lose on Saturday. That's all I'm saying.
If we lose, maybe I don't know. We may not do an episode the rest of the year. I'd be embarrassed. But what are you gonna do about it, man? You got to get out there. And I saw somebody look. We got to go out there. We got to go belt to ass and run it up.
What I will say though, Sam is absolutely right that they have nothing to lose. This is a wounded dog with nothing to lose. So
yeah, and you know what you do with a wounded dog, Artie? You take it out back behind the barn and you put a bullet in it.
You put it to rest. Yes, that's exactly what ECU needs to do. But we better not play with our food. Don't play with no food. Take that dog out back and you send it back home.
You take them out back, you put it into it, and then you send them off to their funeral next week with Georgia. That's what you do. Like, come into Dowdy Saturday and stomp on their fucking throats.
And the whole motivation factor, there should be no extra motivation because this team has had your number. You don't know what it feels like to beat Charlotte. They've had your number. That's all the motivation that you need. You don't know what it feels like to beat this team.
Like, you gotta win this football game. Because, and I don't like to look too far ahead, but I will say, if you go back to the preseason, Artie, I said, look out for that mid-November game, ECU versus Memphis. Could have conference championship, college football playoff implications.
Look, ECU absolutely is not out of the hunt. We're 3-1. We win this weekend. Obviously, we're 4-1, and you're very much in the thick of it. You got to win out. ECU has to win out to have any chance of anything, but you're still in the thick of it.
I like we've said the last couple weeks. You got to win this game to make that game bigger, right? Each game you have to win this game to make that next game bigger. And this game's big. Homecoming, in-state rival, and have a shot to continue your momentum closing out the season. You got to get those style points, though. You got to go belt to ass and beat them. And I want it to be a game where, and I know Coach Harrell has a ton of respect for Tim Albin, but I want it to be a game to where the handshake's a little bit awkward at the 50-yard line. I want that.
Yeah, but I also wanted to be awkward because we're running up the score with third and fourth stringers too. Our starters sitting for a quarter and a half.
Let Cheston did a throw the rock.
And so at that point, it's like, what you want me to do? We ran up the score with some third stringers. What you want me to do?
Let Travis Hunter's superhero Mike Wright do the damn thing. That man, Mike Wright, playing cornerback, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, all in one game. Josh,
I just to get back to what you guys were saying about putting in the third stringers, whatnot. Do we really even have third, fourth stringers?
Probably not.
Because it feels like outside of the quarterback position, we have so many options so far down the roster. And I don't, this is not sustainable in today's college football. But it feels good. And the coaches being so young in their roles is the only thing that's not had this team undefeated this year. I believe.
I think the biggest thing for ECU in every single game that they've lost if you want to chalk it up to one thing, it's slow starts in every single one of those games. Started slow against NC State. Started slow against BYU.
Right.
Started slow against Tulane. Poured it on in the second half and won the second half. But like you should be. I mean, you should be what 7-1 right now.
The only game that I would say now, obviously, if we had a better first half, then who knows? But the BYU game was only one was like the second half. They just completely kind of just took control of that second half. But that State game and that Tulane game, I will always look back on this season and say, I don't know how we lost that game. They wanted us to beat them. They wanted us to win that game.
And if that were the case, you're probably talking about a ECU team that's knocking on the door of a college football playoff. You gotta win the conference championship, but you're right there with Memphis. You're right there with USF. At 7-1 with that record and with that schedule, you're looking pretty good.
Last thing I want to know is just the weird connection that Mike Hill, now former AD at Charlotte, had almost hired Mike Houston. And then ECU would not have been blessed with Blake Harrell if not for Mike Houston. But then Charlotte lets go of Mike Hill in the past couple of weeks, who just hired Tim Albin. And if Tim Albin loses this game, Mike Hill will inadvertently give Blake Harrell a 1-year extension on his contract, because for every bowl eligible season that he has, 1 through 3 in the first 3 years of his contract is an extension. The way that I interpret it.
And this gets us bowl eligible this weekend. Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Well, obviously we're wanting more.
I want more.
But that is
there's still, you need a lot of things to go your way. There's still a chance.
As much as I want more, we're not making it to the playoffs. So I just want the best bowl game possible. Like that's fine by me. That's fine by me. But you finish 10-3 with a conference championship win. Like, it's going to take a lot to get there, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Look, we've been talking about it all week in the group chat. I think Navy's got another 2 losses at least on their schedule.
Are you saying that ECU could get to the playoff at 10-3 with a conference championship?
No.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying at all. Right now, my goal is trying to get to a conference championship. I want, and it, you look at it. So a lot is riding on this game. Friday night, Tulane, Memphis. Need Memphis to beat Tulane.
Yeah. You need Memphis to beat Tulane.
And then
at the same time, I don't know. I
don't see North Texas winning out. I don't see Navy. You know, Navy's got a tough schedule the rest of the way. I don't see them making it. Memphis beats Tulane. That game, ECU Memphis becomes one of the biggest in the conference all year.
Yeah.
Because, South Florida's, right now, I like the 3, South Florida, Memphis, and ECU. Now, all that being said, you still got to go on the road to UTSA, which hasn't lost a conference game in 22 straight games in the Alamo Dome. But
that's the scariest game to me.
That is. It is.
Especially after what they just did too. In their building. So,
But if you remember back 2 years ago, we had a very good shot at winning that football game.
Simple mistakes. Simple mistakes.
And they've lost there this year. They just
They
haven't
have.
lost a conference championship or conference to a conference team. Lost to Texas State. Come on now. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Just saying there's a chance. And that's all we need. And who knows? Things shake out the right way. Who knows what happens? That's all I'm going to say. Need a lot to happen, but who knows? I do want a really good bowl game. I don't want to be going down to Birmingham or to Annapolis. I really don't want to go to Myrtle Beach.
Birmingham or Military Bowl.
You know, Birmingham's not that bad. Birmingham is an SEC opponent.
It's not terrible.
Birmingham, well, no,
Yeah.
I think Birmingham this year is ACC, SEC. Because the American had it last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't even know.
I would say I'd rather have Birmingham Bowl than the Military Bowl for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I really just don't want to play James Madison or Old Dominion in the Myrtle Beach
Madison's
Bowl.
legit. I mean, that's
I don't want to play them in Myrtle Beach or in Conway.
Yeah.
Again. I don't want to sit in
What
that
would they put on the
makeshift.
video board?
What?
What would they put on the video board during field goal attempts?
Everybody gets the whiteout treatment. Then again, I think that game's played at like 2:00, so it doesn't really matter. Game's probably played at 2:00 on a Wednesday, 3 weeks before Christmas. I don't know. You got to get another win. Go 1-0 this week, and make Charlotte walk the damn plank.
Yeah, go 1-0. Get this homecoming against Charlotte.
God, I want to beat them. Just because I don't want to hear them talk anymore. All three of their fans on Twitter, I'm just tired of listening.
Well, no, like legitimately, this team is 1-7. Like we got to call it a spade. This really should not be a game. Like if
you got to kick their ass.
Should not be competitive. If this game is competitive still late into the second half, I'm going to be pissed off. This should not be that competitive of a game. It just shouldn't.
I agree. All right, what do we got next? We got Gambling Corner.
Yeah. All right. I just updated the odds, so they are fresh and renewed. I promise you they are. I promise. This first game is probably one of the most important games this weekend in the conference. UTSA at USF. UTSA plus 400, 13.5 point road dogs. USF minus 535 outright. The over-under has dropped by a point to 67.5.
Oh my gosh. I like USF here. If it were in the Alamo Dome, maybe I'd feel a little bit differently. I like USF. I do think I'll take the Bulls to cover, and I'm gonna take the under on 67.5.
Yeah, South Florida's a better team, and it's in Tampa, so I'm going with South Florida on this one. I'm going to take UTSA to cover. I don't think South Florida wins by more than 2 scores or at least 14 points. And give me the under.
Yeah, I'm going to go USF to win, UTSA to cover, but I'm hitting the over on this one. The number did drop, so that's telling me a lot of people are taking the under on this. I would just have to go with the over. Go against the money here.
That's a lot of points scored. That's a lot of
That
points.
is. then I believe I think both teams can do it.
Yeah, both teams can put up points. That's
Yeah,
one
that's
thing.
true.
I don't know.
All right. Game number 2, the regional matchup, the other biggest game in the conference. Tulane.
To me, I think this is a bigger game than, at least from an ECU perspective, this is a bigger game.
See, that's the thing. I think UTSA is, because if UTSA wins, and then we go to UTSA, like that makes that game even bigger. Of like, okay, which one of these two teams is really the David to go against Goliath in the conference championship? That's why I think the UTSA game is just a little more important for ECU at least. But
I don't know. You got to beat Memphis is in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah,
for sure,
absolutely number one.
So especially if Memphis beats Tulane this week, that
they're going to be expected to make the playoff and win
cross them out. Tulane's gone. No shot. Sorry, Corey. Good friend of the podcast, Corey Glore. Sorry, you're not going to be calling a college football playoff game this year.
And the biggest question is, does Ryan Silverfield leave if that all happens? Who knows? That's the thing. Like, I mean, who's gonna? I mean, haven't heard that man's name since he got hired. Like,
you got so I almost forget that he's at Memphis.
Yeah,
like he's one of those coaches that like everybody talks about John Summerall. Like everybody talks about Alex Golish. Ryan Silverfield, what he's done and helped Memphis continue.
Consistent, yeah, and
it is impressive.
The thing is, one of these guys is guaranteed to get plucked. There's too many good openings. One of these guys is getting plucked, at least. At least.
I'm just gonna say 2026 looks really good for ECU.
I agree.
Yeah.
If we can retain the pieces, I think we need to retain.
Yes.
Boy, that could be.
These coaches about to get plucked, man. There's too many openings. They're about to get snagged.
Oh man.
I mean, you could be looking at your 3 top teams in the conference all having new head coaches next year.
Yep.
And suddenly that puts Blake Harrell as being one of the longest tenured coaches in the American Conference. I mean,
technically
behind maybe what, Jeff Traylor and Brian Newberry.
Yeah,
like I think those are the only 2 that would be longer tenured.
Monken.
Yeah, well, Monken's gonna die in an Army sideline.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead.
Back to the line. Tulane plus 140 outright, 3.5 point dog on the road. Memphis minus 166 outright. 54.5 points is the over-under. I agree, Kenneth. I agree. I'm going to go ahead and take this one first. Tulane, ride the wave back home. You're going to lose, and Memphis is going to cover. And I also have the over hitting on this. 54.5 to me is just a little too low.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking Memphis cover, and I'm also taking the over here.
Yeah, this is the lock of the week. I'm with y'all.
I have a feeling we're gonna have another lock.
Now, because it's the lock of the week, we're all wrong.
Right. Right. Who knows?
I don't see any shot that Tulane beats Memphis this week.
Memphis
I don't either.
Look like a more sound football team.
But, I mean, Tulane has looked vulnerable several times this year, including the game they played against us. The fact that they're going into the Liberty Bowl on a Friday night where they're doing blackout mode, new black jerseys in Memphis. That fan base is fired up. I just don't think Tulane has what it takes to beat Memphis this year. On the road. I think if this game we're in New Orleans, I may feel a little bit differently, but being at Memphis, no.
All right. National game of the week is number 7 BYU Road Dogs. Road Dogs plus 295, 10-point underdog at number 8 Texas Tech minus 375. Over under is set at 52.5. Does BYU run the table? That's really the question on the.
Will they be throwing tortillas in Lubbock?
If they win this game, what's left on their schedule?
Nothing. Cheese and eggs.
This is it. So yeah, if they beat Texas Tech in Lubbock, they're going 12-0.
They've got TCU, Cincinnati, which Cincinnati, they're number 25, and UCF.
Watch them go 11 and then lose to UCF
at home on senior night. Come on, man.
Bullshit.
Scott Frost doesn't have that kind of magic.
No. Look, Texas Tech, they lost that game. They lost to what? Arizona State earlier in the year, and then after that, they've been dominant. I so badly want to take BYU. I'm going to take Texas Tech money line, BYU to cover, and I'm going to take the over. Texas Tech can put points on the board.
Yeah, this is all about home field advantage. And I think Texas Tech is slightly the better football team. This is not in Provo, Utah. It's in Lubbock, Texas. So I got to go with Texas Tech on this one. I think that momentum is going to carry them. BYU will cover. Texas Tech's not winning this by 10 plus points. And give me the over.
All right. I'm going to go with BYU winning this game because I am a believer.
So you got BYU going undefeated. If you got them winning this game, they're going 12-0, Josh. They're going
I do.
Okay.
I do. And the thing is, I put money on this game on Monday when the lines dropped. So for me, this has been I've been consistent on this. I felt this all week. BYU. Now watch BYU lose. Fine, whatever. Oh well.
And they're a good team. Wouldn't be shocked if they win this game, obviously.
Right. And the over under, I'm gonna have to go with the over. But it's like 53 points total. It's gonna be 20 something.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be like a 30-27, like a 28-27 kind of game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
all right. Last game, best game. Charlotte 49ers. Plus 1,700, 28.5 point road underdogs.
28.
Still, East Carolina home favorite minus 4,500, 28.5 point.
Is this the
28? When's the last time ECU's ever been a 28.5?
Is this the most heavily favored game that ECU's had?
This has to be. There's no way we've been favored by more than 20.5.
On official markets, probably. On official markets.
28.5 is absurd.
Like against an FBS opponent, of course, but like
right.
Minus 4,500. I mean, come on. I'm trying to make some money, man.
These numbers have moved a lot. So yesterday, Charlotte was plus 2,500. And so them being plus 1,700, I mean, that's...
You know what that tells me? It tells me that there's a lot of people out there that are putting money on Charlotte trying to become rich quick.
Yeah, I was about to say, just put a quick 20 on Charlotte for shits and giggles.
Charlotte, look, to put Charlotte in the same parlay with the UTSA and they both hit would be amazing. Amazing.
Talk about all the chaos.
This is not financial advice.
Yeah, do not. Please gamble responsibly. And the responsible way to gamble. And I said the same thing in the group chat. I am not touching that spread with a 20-foot pole. Not because I don't think that ECU can do it. I do. I've just seen this dog and pony show too many damn times.
And Vegas usually wins. So
Give me East Carolina to win. 28.5 is absurd. Now I might throw a little bit of money on that, but like I'm not riding the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. So if you're 27.5, maybe 28.5. I mean, we gotta beat them by 29. No.
May I raise a quick point to say Charlotte has been beaten by that number of points by a team that ECU has beaten this season. So I mean, it's not infeasible, and it was at Charlotte.
Possibility.
And it was at Charlotte.
I just seen this too many times.
Jared's not a believer.
I've seen it too many times where ECU is supposed to be.
Shut up, Kenneth.
Kenneth, you're a friend of the podcast, my dude. It says ECU hangs 60 on UNC Mecklenburg.
Oh goodness.
Oh man. I've seen it too many times where ECU is like favored to win a game, and then they come out and they end up winning, but it's not pretty. Maybe that's me having some PTSD from the Mike Houston days and Scotty Montgomery days. I do think that this coaching staff is built different, even though this coaching staff was honestly built by Mike Houston. So
It's the same.
I think Coach Harrell has a little more gumption than Muscle Mike. However, I'm not touching 28.5 points with a 20-foot pole.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Just from my experience with East Carolina University. Do take the over, though.
Yeah, I mean, like if ECU is going to cover, they're going to blow doors off of it. But I don't see that. ECU is going to win by 3 scores. ECU is going to win this game by 3 scores, but I'm not touching the true 8.5. Give me the over. I think the over hits pretty easily because I think we score a lot of points. I think Charlotte probably puts up 17-20, if that. But
I don't see a world where Charlotte is putting up. You know what? Fuck it. ECU covers. I don't see a world where Charlotte puts up more than 10. ECU, once again, averaging 16 points per game on defense. Like, I think we're going to put a boot in their ass on offense, and they're not going to do it. I mean, this Grayson Loftus kid, with those goggles he wears or those glasses he wears, looks like a damn cricket or like a grasshopper.
I'm going to say this. I think we barely don't cover. I'm going to say 42-17 ECU. Charlotte gets some garbage touchdown late. It's going to be 42-17 ECU, and Charlotte covers, though.
All right, fellas. In our gambling corner so far this season, we've had 2 previous games where the spread was more than 20 points. In both of those matchups, the team covered the spread with the blowout. Notre Dame over NC State, 22.5, and Memphis over Tulsa when the final score was 45-7. I believe ECU proves our selections as correct, but ECU has to cover. ECU ECU covers this. There's no way ECU does not cover 28.5 points. Unless like something catastrophic would have to occur for ECU to not cover 28.5 points, in my opinion. And with that, the over has to occur as well because ECU will score itself more than 56.5 points.
Oh, you're saying you should put up some historical numbers.
That is my prediction for the game.
What's the score? Give us a score.
What's the score?
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
56-10.
Now I've got to check the record books. So ECU has only won 2 games where we scored more than 60 points. So I'd say 58. 58-10. 58-10.
58-10.
Has a nice slot on the scoregami.
I'd love to see it. Where would that put Hauser in passing yards and touchdowns if that would have happened? Is he still top 10 in FBS?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But I mean, Hauser easily. I think Hauser has a legit 4 passing touchdowns. I think we have 3 rushing touchdowns by 2 separate players. Other points come from various other means. Peyton maybe on the ground with an extra 1 or 2, you know.
Hell, Kane Hauser isn't even top 5 in the conference. Oh no, he is. He is.
I was about to say, I didn't think he would go that much.
The screen didn't update. No, he is number 3 in the conference on passing yards. So, man,
58-10. That means
this screw North Texas, dude. Like, finding this kid, Mestamaker. That, I mean, I need that.
I just want to know what it would have looked like for for Chambliss at Ole Miss to have actually gone to Temple on that visit and have committed to Temple and went there instead. Because that was his only other offer. Ole Miss called him when he was on the way to Temple to make the visit. He goes to Ole Miss. Look at what he's doing at Ole Miss. What could he have done at Temple?
Probably not much because there's nobody else there.
Let's say you do have to have something around you. Could have made some magic happen.
I mean, Mestamaker. We know his name, but we don't know a receiver's name.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. That kid.
Where's Mestamaker playing?
I love the tweet from like an Oregon fan of quarterback. Like, that's funny because you know how, as much as it sucks to say it, the kid's not going to be there next year. I mean, where's he going to be? Oregon, Tennessee. Did you say Kent State?
Penn State.
I was like, what?
What do you mean against?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, you got to go to UMass and turn around the UMass program.
The Minutemen.
Minutemen.
All right. Walk the plank. Anybody got to walk the plank? No.
The NASCAR championship format. Denny Hamlin had his championship stolen from him thanks to a late race restart.
I don't understand it anymore.
The last race has basically become if you're in the championship four, whoever finishes first in the championship four ends up winning the championship. And it's like, guys,
just get it back to points, dude. Like counting points. Just go back to counting points. None of this playoff bullshit. That's how you get Jared Chaffett back. Is just count points. And none of these competition yellows. I don't really have one.
Mine would be, I'm a YouTube TV customer. So fuck y'all. Get ESPN back. I need my sports. I need my
No, okay, that's a good one.
ESPN's not coming back, dog.
So I'm canceling the subscription then.
That's fine.
That shit getting canceled.
That's fine.
Gotta do what you gotta do. But if you're gonna tell anybody to walk the plank, to me it's Disney.
Yes, because they like that's ridiculous.
But
I agree with that because I know Disney's trying to hold a stranglehold on everybody. So
I also love that like finally so many people were talking shit about College Game Day not going anywhere but the SEC. And now they're finally, I mean, they're going to a good Big 12 game.
I mean, they have to go to this game. It's a top 10 matchup. They have to. They literally have to do this.
The Kenneth in here saying walk the plank to defending champion Florida losing to Arizona in the first game of the season. Yeah, Kenneth, I agree. But I would also say walk the plank to Boise State for losing to a team that plays in a strip mall in Hawaii Pacific. Anybody got the score of the Mississippi Valley State game?
No.
Do y'all know who they're playing?
I think it's Mississippi School for Women or whatever.
Are we talking basketball? What are we talking?
Yeah. Mississippi Valley State is, or I think they're just called Valley State, right? They're playing the Mississippi University for Women tonight in basketball.
They won 97-61.
Okay, not bad.
That's respectable. They put up 61. The Mississippi, you said the Mississippi what?
University for Women.
Hey, look, they put up 61. They ought to be proud of themselves.
I thought it was just gonna be an all women's school, but it's not. They do have men's athletics, which is wild.
Well, that's disappointing. Why call yourself that if you have men attending this school?
They during that game, they actually showed this. They put this up and said, "Sorry, our stream is down." And so they posted this. Are you guys getting audio?
Yeah.
Better than student project.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody's making money running that admin. God bless.
Also, did y'all see this game with Bethesda yesterday, the women's team? Going down 72-0 to start the game. Bethesda, I think they're a D3 program, and no, I think they're NAIA, and they have 8 total girls on their basketball team, and 3 of them have the flu. So they were playing down to five total players.
Just the starting 5. That's it.
No subs.
You just got to go. You're just playing the entire game.
They played CSU Northridge, and yeah, they were down 72-0 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Oh goodness!
I have a quick walk the plank, just real quick. It's Northern Illinois football. Walk the plank because you are now 2-7 after losing 42-3 to 5-4 Toledo, who, I mean, they have scored like 270 points at home now, but still whatever. And you're gonna leave the MAC like this. You're gonna end up below UMass in the MAC in your last season before you go to the Pac-12, or are they going to the Pac-12 or the Mountain West?
I
can't remember. I just know that you're not even going to be close to anybody. You're about to be spending millions of dollars on travel for what? You can't even beat the team down the street.
They went to and they won a game, and then all of a sudden they got overblown.
Is there any chance we saw the abomination of the college football playoff poll yesterday? Is there any chance that they look at the Pac-12 just because of the brand as above the American? No shot, right?
No.
That's I don't even think.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like these people just have no idea what.
I legit. I don't think that's on their radar. I don't even think they're thinking about Oregon State or Washington.
No,
State. Where do we rank them? Like,
so, like
they're behind. They're below the Sun Belt, right?
They're like Conference USA at this point.
No, they aren't Conference USA.
How are they not Conference USA?
They are Mountain West 2.0. I don't think that it's really. I think them and Mountain West are the same. Like, they are not. There's no distinguishable difference.
It's a quality football program right now. Like, who's good?
And nobody's good, but nobody's bad yet either.
Dude,
like Conference USA to me.
Washington State is just playing the most random schedule this year. They played North Texas. I believe they played Ole Miss, Virginia. I feel like they've got another weird game this week.
Look, Maction, Conference USA, Pac-12, put them all in a bundle. Throw all them teams out to the fire.
Man, I don't. I don't know, man. It's sad. Washington State. This is their schedule this year. They played Idaho, played San Diego State, got their ass kicked by North Texas, Washington, Colorado State, Ole Miss, Virginia, Toledo, Oregon State. Their one conference matchup. They lost it to Oregon State. Now they got to play Louisiana Tech. Then they go on the road to James Madison. Oh, and then I'm sorry, they have a second conference matchup with Oregon State again later in the year.
So what's their record right now?
They are what? They are 4-5.
They get dog to James Madison, and they'll probably lose to. Well, no, Oregon State also sucks. So who knows? That's a toss-up.
Well, they've already lost to Oregon State.
Yeah, but that's still awesome.
They play them again. This time it's at Washington State. It's in Pulliam. But no, I mean the fact that they've had to go. They've played at home against Idaho, played at home against San Diego State, went to Denton, Texas, home against Washington, on the road at Colorado State. Oh, yeah. On the road at Ole Miss, on the road at Virginia, home against Toledo, on the road against Oregon State. Now they got Louisiana Tech at home. Then on the road again to James Madison. They've just been all over the country. Playing the most random ass schedule ever. How's Oregon State's looking? I mean, Oregon State played California, Fresno State, Texas Tech, Oregon, Houston, and then they had the weird thing where they came out and played at App State, and then the very next week turned right around and played Wake Forest in Oregon. Makes no sense.
They're just trying to get anybody they can. That's all. They're mercenaries. Oregon State and Washington State, they are mercenaries. They are hired guns. They're just trying to get anybody they can get on the schedule.
That's sicko behavior. Those schedules.
You want us to travel to Alaska? We'll go to Alaska. You want us to go to South Beach? We'll go to South Beach. Mercenaries.
Watch out for a riveting matchup next week, Oregon State, Tulsa. All right, boys. Let's get it out. Make sure you follow us on social media at Boneyard Podcast. Also, we forgot to mention at the top, buy your row back. Please do that. We need that. Use Boneyard 20% off your entire order, your first order at rowback.com. I'm not rocking my rowback. I thought I'd rock the old school ECU Pirates throwback with all the new helmets coming out. Thought I'd rock this, but go get you some rowback. 20% off Boneyard 20. Follow us on social media. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell. I think that's what the YouTubers say. Hit that notification bell somewhere. And that way you're notified every time we go live. Do the same thing on social media. Make sure you turn on live tweet notifications, all that stuff. And then subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review. Give us a comment. 5 stars. You're a friend of the podcast for life. Anything less? Artie.
Walk it down, Plank.
Josh.
If you are not following us on Instagram, you may not have seen the 2024 Military Bowl ring that we've gotten access to. So like, if you want to see stuff like that, you got to be on Instagram. I'm sorry, you have to
get on the Instagram.
You have to
at Boneyard Podcast. Shout out Josh, who's done a hell of a job with our Instagram. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
love that. I think that's all I got. 5-star review or walk the plank. Artemis, let's go kick some 49er ass.
Let's win homecoming, man. This is homecoming. Come back, enjoy yourselves. Be safe this weekend, Pirate Nation. But let's absolutely win a football game and let's embarrass the 49ers on Saturday. Otherwise, just defund the damn program because it makes no sense. We should win this game by a lot. But we love you. Wash your hands, wash your butts as always. Deuce.
Go damn Pirates.